Oregon Measures 82 and 83 look to build a private casino, the Grange. Advertisement said it would build new sources of revenue and create jobs for Oregon. They did not state how it would impact on or contradict Oregon casino tribal rights. The measure addressed the requirement of 25% of revenue each month to the state funds, including education and the support of recognized Indian tribes. They must reside at least 60 miles away from tribal casinos operating on reservations. Measure 83 would give 25% of adjusted revenue to the state lottery. State lottery would give 20% of that to the state funds. It is well-established principle of constitutional law that Indian tribal government possesses all powers of government that do not conflict with overriding national interests. Courts have held that states had no authority to regulate gaming on Indian land if such gaming is permitted outside the reservation. As of now, there are 6 tribal casinos operating in Oregon, with 2 more under development. Because tribes are considered sovereign nations, they are not required to report the amount of gambling or gambling revenue generated in their casinos. But as of January, a 1996 study done for the Oregon Lottery estimated a total of 1995 Oregon tribal revenue is about 1/3 that of the Oregon Lottery. Tribes use the revenue to pay for a wide variety of government services like law enforcement, courts, social services, roads, constructions, and so on. Tribes must use gaming revenues to pay for tribal government operations, provide the general welfare of the tribe and its members, and support economic development, make charitable contributions, and fund local government agencies. Tribal representatives point out that gaming casinos provide economic development, jobs, income, and financial independence for tribes and their members, helping to redress the years of widespread poverty and dependence on local, state, and federal government.
In sociology, the functionalism theory looks at society as a big picture. It breaks down the structure of society and it defines each component by what purpose it serves to perpetuate everyday lives. When looking at measures 82 and 83, Oregon had to see if it would create more jobs for people, if it would bring more revenue for state fundings like for education, if it would benefit Oregon overall, and if by having more casinos it would provide more places for entertainment, if it would help pay taxes, and if it would help provide public universities with fundings that didn't need to be paid back.
And it creates a place where people can get together, communicate, and socialize. This social interaction decreases the hopeful chances that tribes have because the tribal casinos do pay for the way of living. Tribal casinos help tribes with health care, social services, local government groups, and the competition of the private casino would take away from the tribe's way of life. How do you feel about the Oregon law measures 82 and 83?
I'm for it because it will create jobs for people and it will bring in revenue towards state funding such as in education, and it will support federally recognized tribes, and it's another source of entertainment, and currently it's illegal to run privately owned casinos, so I think it will benefit Oregon overall.
How do you feel about the Oregon law measures 82 and 83?
I'm against it because it creates competition for the tribal casinos, which a third of their funding goes to welfare, social services, reservation repairs, and buildings. And also, private casinos must be built in rural areas, which will affect farmland, and also privatization of casinos is also illegal in Oregon currently.
In the end, measures 82 and 83 did not pass. The Oregonians just couldn't justify it. Private casinos do not have a functional role in Oregon as of right now, but maybe in a few years a meaningful purpose can be found.